How females groom male behavior. Yo, I remember what I was going to say now about the frequency modulation thing. You see, women can turn this world into a strip club if they wanted to. You see, but you notice that in the strip club, they act out how men really like them to act out. But when you step outside of the strip club, it's like you go back into the the world of frequency modulation. But even in an all-male strip club, females even control that environment. Think about it. If you got male strippers, right, and females in the strip club, the males, they have to be extra careful when they are around females, because those females, they can say that a male stripper came on to them and he made them feel uneasy, and they can potentially charge the male stripper with rape. But it don't work like that the other way around, because nobody's going to say a weak woman was able to physically rape a man inside of a strip club. It would be laughed at. It wouldn't be taken serious. So even in a situation like that, it's different to a man and a woman. And just like that strip club analogy, that's how men really fantasize about women in their mind. No man, I repeat, and you can put me on record saying this, if that means anything or even worth anything, and it probably isn't to most of you, but no man closes his eyes and thinks about a woman without a sexual thought attached to it. I'll repeat, no man closes his eyes and thinks about a woman without it being sexual. I've never did it in my life. When you meet a woman, or when you see women or think about women, you're thinking about them sexually. And if the mind is where reality lives, you see, a person, the outside of your body is a cloak. It's a disguise. You are really your inner self, your inner thoughts. Now, if men would be real with themselves, you know good and well that you don't think about no woman without it being sexual. You just don't do that. Like, who thinks about an ugly woman? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m., you in your room by yourself, you horny, and you telling me you got your eyes closed thinking about some ugly female that you have no sexual desire for? Come on, man. But this is what they will have you believe in this HPB system. They will have you going against your natural self just to appear a certain way amongst the public. And the only reason why you do that because you think it's taboo to actually come out and say how you really feel. And I don't blame you, because it is taboo and you can be incriminated for it. Because I know how this world is and I know what people go through. You see what I'm saying? So I understand. And it's a shame that it has to be that way. But it is that way, unfortunately. Doing good, just sightseeing. It's a shame that it is that way, but it is that way, unfortunately. And women know also that men view them for sex. Wow. Obey. That's a synchronicity. I just came into this store. This was the first sweater I pulled, and on the front of it, it says obey. This reminds me of that movie, They Live, when a man had the shades on. And look what I'm talking about. Come on, y'all, that's a synchronicity. That is a, let me pause for a moment just to let that sink in. Wow. And the color is yellow. I wonder what that means. I heard a yellow associated with fear. And in order to obey, you gotta fear that which you obey. This is a deep, man. You know why that connected with me like that? Because I'm operating in the spirit right now. And when you operating in the spirit, it starts to connect things. It starts to connect the dots. Like I'm walking around right now and I'm not thinking about none of these people. I'm not thinking about none of these people. You see? I ain't thinking about none of these people right now. I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what I'm doing. All they see is a man walking around. They don't know what I'm doing. They have the slightest clue. It ain't their business. This is for the left side of the brain, Jaguar fam. So, like I'm saying, they know what's going on, right? These females, they know what's going on. They know that you view them sexually. But they not going to come out and play your game. They want you to play their game. They want you to take them out to eat. It's a game, people. That's what I'm saying. They want you to take them out to eat. They want you to spend money on them. It's that spending money thing. What money represents? Energy. It's another form of energy, another form of vampirism that this whole human prison bar system is about. That's all it's about. You see, most people, let me pan up. Most people walk around during the day thinking about nothing. You think these people thinking about what I'm saying right now? They're not thinking about that because they hook, line, and sinker inside of everything that I'm speaking about. I guarantee you, I'm the only one in this mall doing what I'm doing right now. That's how much we are in the minority, people. Not no racial minority, because there's only one race. Us versus them. You either a united soul or you one of them. A trivial human establishing mayhem. That's it. And this is just a model world. It's a model toy world. It's an artificial simulation. Just like this train set. It's artificial. It comes with a guidebook. And the female has that guidebook set up inside of her. Just like if you buy this train set, it comes with instructions of how to set it up. Just like your body, the DNA, it's a setup. All this is a setup. It's an artificial simulation. And it's designed to work against you. It's not designed to work in your favor. Okay? So back to what I was saying. And another thing, when you see people walking around ignorant, like they just walking around just enjoying life. And I'm gonna do another video on about fun and how fun is just a distraction. Yeah, we getting deeper. How fun and amusement parks is just that's just a distraction, but that's for another video. So when you walking around and you see these people and you see their faces and it's like they just spaced out and they all in tune in this world, that's just really, that's a way to get you to behave like them. That's another form of frequency modulation. Just observing people and how senseless they look when they're walking around, that is also a form of hypnotism and frequency modulation. Because by staring at them, you will become hypnotized just like them. And you will be like, damn, is this all people do? What's wrong with me? Why am I the only one that's thinking like I'm thinking? Then you will be seeing people like strolling babies, like that girl right there in front of me. And you will be like, dang, why ain't I got no baby? Why ain't I doing what they doing? With all them little soft beta men around her. You see what I'm saying? You'll be thinking, why that's not me? Why they don't care? You know why they don't care? Because this system, it's not bothering them. You the one that's trapped inside of it. You the one that's caged inside of it. You the one that's, your thoughts and what you say is going to be judged against you, not theirs. They are the human prison bar. That's what it's about. They are literally the walking, talking bar made out of human flesh. The human prison bar system is not made out of metal and bricks. That's just a metaphor. The human prison bar system is a society. It's society itself that you are locked inside of. People watching me right now. You think I could just do anything I wanted to right now and get away with it? You know what would happen? They would say, there he go. Everybody filming you in their mind. It's the camera. That's how this thing works, man. And what I was saying about them women, they know what men really feel. But they're not going to allow you to get over on them unless you pay them some money. Like if you go to a prostitute or something, which is like picking the best of the worst. Because if you do get a prostitute, at least you save some time. You just give them the money. You're still giving up energy. You're still giving up energy that you work for, but you still end up saving more time. You see, a woman in relationship, they just want to lock you in and get you hooked into a relationship, a long-term relationship. They don't want you to be free. See, it's not about freedom with them. Nobody is free in this world. Even me right now, I'm still under this shit, man. You under this shit till you take your final breath. And if you don't die right, you'll be right back up in this bitch. Guaranteed. Your ass will be right back up in this bitch. Guaranteed. This is the only way out of this, people. Accepting the truth is salvation. This is the only way out of this. There's no other way. Once your brain unlocks every trick and mystery, they can't get you. They can't get you again. There's nothing else they can do because you already, in your mind and in your conscience, you've already been tested by everything. So what happens is you build an immunity, a spiritual immunity to spiritual attacks. So the devil, he got to keep coming up with different ways to come at you. He'd be like, yo, he didn't figure this out, so I got to come at him this way. He figured that out, so now I got to come at him this way. He figured out the law of difference, and it's going to get to the point, they're going to be like, damn, we ain't got nothing else to hit left side of the brain with, so we just got to leave him alone. And that's where that protection zone comes at. That's that spiritual protection. It's created when you were able to deflect every attack and they don't have nothing else to attack you with. That's that protection. That's that protection zone you build around yourself because you disconnected from them. Just like me right now, nobody can say nothing to me right now because my thoughts is not interfering with nobody. I'm just walking, minding my business, not talking to anybody, just handling me and mine, you know? And that brings peace of mind. Relaxation, this is just something that came to me today, random, I'm just saying. Relaxation is the escape from time, and time is worry. Relaxation is the time killer, and time itself is worry. Like when I'm doing these videos, this is the only time I'm being my real self. Other than in my mind and when I'm thinking about this type of stuff. Other than that, I'm just, when I'm not being me, like doing this, I'm just walking through the maze of them without being detected, without tripping any wires. You get what I'm saying? So I can keep a job. Like walking amongst them, other than doing something like this, it's like walking through a landmine field. Even talking to them, having little meaningless conversations. That's why I don't do small talk with people. Because when you small talking with people, only thing they doing, you already know they not feeling you. So why you even say something to them? You can look at a person and instantly figure out they not feeling you. So why even go through the motions for? Because those motions is only going to agitate the situation and make it worse. So I just, I don't worry about these people, man, because they not shit. Simple as that. They not shit. They not shit. Something else I wanted to say, man. It's a nice jacket. It's getting warm now, but something else I wanted to say. I was at the checkout today, right? I was at the checkout line, right? And I was just looking at people in the store, right? And what I noticed is, it just dawned upon me that these people, they just operating like like they don't have no morals, they don't have no consciousness. They just operate like you would just see them like just shifting through clothes. Like they operate like animals. Probably even lower than animals. They just operate. They not conscious. They not sentient beings. They just man. I'm worn out talking about it, man. They just exist. But I get it though. The purpose is they human prison bars. That's the purpose. That's what I'm saying. But even still, let me sit right here. But even still, their existence, it kind of frustrates you, because the frustration comes from this. You saying to yourself, how much longer, God, do we have to put up with this? That's where my frustration comes from. Like, how much longer, God, do we, us, the United Souls, how much longer do we have to put up with this, all of these shenanigans on this earth? That's the only reason why I have this channel. It's a stress reliever, because I'm letting out frustration in a positive way. A positive way of letting out frustration is talking about the evil and the tricks of the enemy and how to avoid it and how to defeat them in a spiritual war. That's how I let out my frustration, because that's greater than just going AWOL and crazy and going postal. It's better to do it like this, because I'm venting, but my venting, it has purpose to it, and it's enlightening people and awakening people. So I'm gossiping about the evil. That's right, I'm gossiping right now about these evil bastards that's out here. So when you see them, you'll instantly know. That's all I'm doing. Cause you gotta highlight this stuff, man. You ever heard the term when they say eyes that see no evil, mouth that don't speak about evil, ears that don't hear no evil? You ever heard that saying? And I choose not to be like that, even if I have to just do it this way. Cause this protects me, man, because I'm in a minority. So I already know when the rubber meets the road, and when this thing really get to that point I see it coming to, they're gonna be locking people up for speaking the truth. And that's why I say ignorant people, shit, if you don't know, you a human prison bar. That's what I'm saying. If your ass don't know what time it is, you are a human prison bar, because it's no way why a person shouldn't know by now. We about to be in 2020, so I I'm not cutting no more slack. I'm not saying that 1/10 stuff no more. Yeah, I used to do that 1/10 stuff. Oh, this person a 1/10. Nah, I'm done with that 1/10 thing, because it's 2020. Either you this or you that. And somebody in the comments section, they even said that. They said, left side, these people, they either this or that. And I thank that person for that. Because sometimes y'all even got to remind me of some of the things that I say. So they either this or that. Ain't no more beating around the bush, because we need to know for sure. Just like a basketball game. We need to know for sure, are you the man that we need to have the ball in your hands when it's 3 seconds left on the clock? We need to know for sure, are you a good 3-point shooter? Because this game is our record is on the line. We don't have no time to be gambling around with whether or not you can shoot or not. You see what I'm saying? So we got to be precise about this. You know, I'm allergic to pollen, and it make my sinuses run. I thought about that too. I was like, why would I be allergic to pollen and I'm supposed to be from this earth? Why would I have an allergic reaction to something that's natural in the world? That leads me to believe that I'm not even from here or even supposed to be here. Because I noticed that those HPBs, they don't be allergic to anything. It's like they supposed to be in this world. It's like they not allergic to pollen. They don't have no allergic reactions to anything. They eat any kind of food. They don't worry about diet. But people like me, we worry about diet and exercise. But when we see them HPBs, it's like, that's another thing you need to think about. Why is it like that? I'll leave y'all to answer that question in the comment section. Why you think it's like that? And another thing, it should be more views on these videos. But I understand I understand why it's not, because the type of information that I speak about, and I understand that YouTube suppresses the information, and they see these videos and they know the type of things that I say. They not trying to let nobody like a left side of the brain just blow up overnight like some of these other channels, because they know when somebody is saying something that's real. But it's all cool. I understand the what we up against, so I don't worry about it. Yeah, man, this frequency modulation thing is real, my man. It's real out here. And us men, whenever you're around females, you modulating how you behave. When a man is around a woman, he really want to take her, grab her by the butt, and just rip her clothes off her body and just have sex with her. And that's normal. But you can't do that in this world. You notice that when it comes to sex, that men, we, like everything else in nature between men and women, it comes to them freely. Like for instance, if a woman wants to eat food, she just go eat food, unwrap the candy or whatever, and put it in her mouth and eat it with no hassle. If she wants some water, she just go get a water bottle, twist the cap off, go drink the water down. If she want to go to sleep, she'll just turn the TV off, lay on the bed. And we can do the same thing. But when it comes to sex, we have a struggle. Like, I get sex too, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a woman, she's the giver of sex. So when it comes to like satisfaction of our primal lust that both men and women have, females control the sex factor. And that leads me to know that because of that, she is the one who dictates the behavior of men, because you got to act a certain way to enter into it. She don't have to act any kind of way to get some dick. So they can get all of the pleasures of this life with no worry, no problem whatsoever. But when it comes to men, that one thing, sex, is what separates us from them, because they can enjoy everything without no hassle. But when it comes to sex, we have to do flips and jump through fire rings and walk across a balance beam. We got to do all of that. Tap dance and do all of that. Put on a puppet show just to have sex. Women don't have to go through that. What does that tell you? Ask yourself, what does that tell you? It means everything I'm saying is true. No woman can deny that. They can't. And you notice everybody that try to come up against the things I say, it's always just an ad hominem attack. It's never against the subject matter, because they know that when I explain things, I'm giving parables and examples that you can't refute. And that's how you know that that person is a devil, because they just come at you like a fly, buzzing around in your ear, but they're not saying anything of any substance. That's just a distraction. That's another way how you can tell human prison bars, because the way they attack, it has no substance in it. It's just name calling, and they'll say, oh, that's not right, but they won't tell you why. That lets me know what I'm saying is the truth. And that's why I haven't swayed from this. And that's why every time you hear a video, it gets better and better and better, because that's what the truth does. It gets better over time. Just like wine. You put wine in a bottle, and what happens? It ages over time, and the value of it goes up. See, age does not decrease the value on truth. But everything else in this world, the value of it decreases over time. Even a lie. A lie decreases over time, the value of it. Especially once the truth has exposed it, it has no more value. But the truth, it gets better and better over time. And I want to leave y'all with that. Stick with the truth. Hit the likes button. Subscribe to the channel. Add us on Instagram. For those of you who've been searching, you have found the answers on this channel. Thanks be to God that He's using me as a vessel. And I'm just grateful for you being a subscriber. If you want to donate to the channel, we have ways you can do that. I'll leave that in the description box. If you want to communicate with me, you can leave me an inbox on Instagram. Add us on Instagram, male or female, it doesn't matter. You can shoot me an inbox. Share the videos, post them on your Facebook accounts. We're trying to build a channel up, because we are in spiritual warfare, us versus them. And with that, this is Left Side of the Brain signing